that Cougar, you know what we sold, that we bought back.
The one with the power shift gear.
Yeah, the power shift gearbox.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've got no evidence that the buyer was lying, but I've drove that car now for nearly a month. It's been a month.
Still, yeah, because it must be a month or 3 weeks, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, so I'll open that for you. Yeah, so I've been driving it for a month. We took it to the gearbox place in Peterborough that
So
deal with
It's
power
been on
shift.
2 long journeys then, really.
Yeah,
And you've
well, I
driven
took it
down
to
there and driven
Peterborough,
it back, yeah.
nothing happened. I took it to the garage. He said, we've put it on the computer. He said, there's no like fault codes to do with it, because I thought when it said actuator, I thought, oh God, that must be something to do with the gearbox. But this chap at the garage, he said, oh, that fault had nothing to do. It was something else, it was just a stored code.
Yeah.
Where like maybe a battery had been
The thing is,
replaced.
with the way things were that morning, you see a problem come up on the thing and you're going to go straight away, shit, there's something wrong with this. So
Yeah.
that's
So
the thing, to all intents and purposes, we did think there was a problem.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
after driving it to Peterborough, the garagers said, there's no codes. He said, I've drove these power shifts for years and this one feels great. So I thought, right, well, I'll bring it back. I brought it back. I just wanted him out of my life, to be honest, because he was a bit of a nightmare, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was getting a bit shirty with the courtesy car, and then...
And even if we'd had to fix it, it's not a overnight job. It's not like we can just fit a part and
No.
then that's it. So when you're ringing us every single day for an update,
Yeah.
or ringing the garage it's at every single day for an update, all that does then is make us roll our eyes and go, oh, I just want this person out of my life. It's not making it any easier.
And I crumbled to the pressure.
Yeah.
Because I was like, right, I'll just give him his money back. And looking back now, I think that he just wanted us to put a gearbox in. Because I think this is just me surmising, he's went on the internet, he's seen, common faults, power shifts. And like I said, I've drove it now for a month and it hasn't faulted once.
Buyer's remorse.
Yeah, I think that's it, buyer's remorse.
I know the internet, going online and reading, if you read all the horror stories, you'd never buy a car, like we said before, but at least do a little bit of research.
Yeah.
If you're not sure about the gearbox on it, steer clear and go and buy something else.
If it's going to like give you sleepless nights,
yeah, if it's the same
just
equivalent
don't buy
car.
it. Don't buy it.
Yeah.
But the time that I've put in from going to Peterborough, coming back, having him in my life, ringing up all the time. This is what people don't see. This side of the job is it'd be beautiful if it was just selling cars.
Yeah.
Like selling like I don't know what's something that you're selling you get no comeback on. Beans. But with this, you sell something, and it's like, see you, bye, and you're thinking, and they're like, well, see you again, and I'm like, hopefully in 3 years when you buy another one off us,
I've got to the point I say to customers when I'm going through the warranty with them, I say, you're always welcome to give us a ring but I always say, but the ideal thing is that we don't hear from you now for 3 years.
Yeah.
And that's just it, isn't it? You don't want to make them feel like they can be on at you all the time.
Like Jeremy with the 500X.
Yeah.
So he texted me last night at 9 o'clock. Oh my God, that man, he drives me insane. And I just want to know if any traders out there agree with us. Are there a lot of buyers that are liars? Because we seem to be, because people have got this stigma of car traders. As all being dodgy and fleecing people and all that. But I think the majority of us just want to do the right thing. We just want an easy life, don't we?
And also, with the amount of stuff that there is with trading standards and you look at like finance deals and everything these days, you can't afford to fuck it up.
Yeah, you can't afford to be like, we'll just sell that, we'll just get that out the door.
The minute we do that, that's our reputation just...
Yeah.
It only takes that one really...
Yeah, that's what Warren Buffett said, didn't he? It takes 20 years to build a reputation to like 1 second to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Just gotta be nice for people, that's all it is. That is all it is.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we're just having a bad run with buyers that are liars. And all car trades. We're not all dodgy.
No. We don't want to be touchy.
Definitely not.
Can't be Swiss Tony while we're doing this.
Yeah.
Tell us about this.
So right. So
Where do we
you know,
start?
right, where do we start? Last week, do you remember, Josh? I told you about the Skoda Octavia we were taking to Norfolk. It was like silver one, automatic.
That
20,000
special edition,
miles.
it had like
Yeah,
leather seats,
yeah.
electric seats and everything in it. We've shown it on the video.
Yeah, so it's in a previous video.
Yeah.
The chap, you were dealing with him, weren't you, at first?
Yeah, and then I wasn't here on that Monday, so you ended up dealing with
So then he rang me up and he was called, well, I don't want to say his name, but he had the poshest voice I've ever heard.
Go to Tarquin.
Yeah, he's called Tarquin. Yeah. And what did he say? So basically, he rings up and he's like, oh, hello there. I'm ringing about the Skoda Octavia now. I need it delivering to Norfolk. I'm like, bloody hell, I've never been to Norfolk. That's absolute miles away. I said, like, could you meet us halfway maybe? And he's like, what, for a little rendezvous? And I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'll take it down, don't worry. So I like charged him 120 quid. And I thought, you know, he sounds like a right character, this bloke, so it'll be just, I just thought, well, I'll have a little day out and I'll go down to Norfolk. So I drives down and I puts the, he hasn't got a house number. His house is called, like, I don't know, it's got this posh name. So then I go all the way down to Norfolk, and as I'm going towards this village that he lives in, it says Sandringham. So I'm in Sandringham. I think, oh, this is where the Queen lives. This isn't it? So
lived.
Well, lived. That's it, isn't it?
All
so
right,
then I
baby.
goes up this flipping gravel drive, and I'm thinking, this is the poshest house I've ever been to. And there's on his tractor. He said, oh, hello, David. Come on in.
What so?
Yeah.
Have a cup of tea.
And I'm like, honestly, this is beautiful. Like, I've never been to this part of the world. And he's like, you've never been to Sandringham? I'm like, no. He's like, well, you know who lives here, don't you? And I'm like, oh, the Queen. He's like, no, David, the Queen's dead. The King. I'm like, oh, bloody hell, the King, yeah. And he's off on his jollies at the minute. And I'm like, oh, do you know him, like? He's like, yes, I've been his personal assistant for the last, personal advisor. Yeah. Personal advisor for the last 20 odd years or something. And I'm like, fucking hell. But I mean, I didn't say that to him. But
We shut the ordeal over what's wearing in this house.
I'm thinking, what the fuck? So I'm like, he's like, come on in for a cup of tea. So like, he gives us the best cup of tea I've ever had. It was like Earl Grey something. And then this is what he's got, a part exchange. So he's like, yes, it's a beautiful car, never done me any harm, it's been brilliant.
We got told when he rang up on it first time, and he said this to me and then he said it to you as well, that this was comparable in condition to the one that we had, but he just had more miles on it and he wanted to get something a bit newer and a bit posher basically. Yeah, so carry on.
Yeah, when I got down there I thought, well, we've only given 2,700 for it. So anyhow, I tried to get a picture with the Skoda that he bought.
Yeah.
I was like, can I have a picture for our Instagram? And he's like, no. He was like, not having any of it. So then I got in this, I fucking drove out, and about 20 minutes into the journey, bloody engine management light comes on, the gearbox is jerking all over the place, and I'm like, fucking hell. I've just been stitched up like a kipper by the King's bloody assistant. So just driving back, King Charles's advisor's Skoda Octavia part exchange. What he said, drives lovely, beautiful, you'll have no problems with that. I've been in it for an hour, the gearbox is juddering all over the place, and now we've got engine management light on, an EPC light. So honestly, it's so annoying because it's like buyers are liars. Even King Charles's advisor. It's probably not even King Charles's advisor, is he? Bloody hell. So now I'm gonna have to ring him up, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, but yeah, I'll let you know. So yeah, it didn't really go in limp mode. It just engine management light come on, EPC light, and it wouldn't go past 60 miles an hour. So I think, I've been stitched up like a kipper by bloody the King's flipping personal advisor. So it was a good 2.5 hour journey back, and I'm thinking, what do I do? Do I take it back to him?
Yeah, you rang.
Do I ring him up?
You
I
rang
rang
me,
you,
didn't you?
I?
And you were like, first of all, to tell me who this bloke was, and then secondly, once it started kicking off, to go, oh, what do I go back and just treat him like any other customer? Basically, as we thought, didn't we? Yeah.
But do you know what? I was starstruck. Honestly, I'm not joking. Like, I was in his house and I was like, he was such a lovely bloke.
Yeah.
He stitched me up big time. I thought, I can't go back to his house.
I think Dave was worried he was going to get arrested for treason if he went back.
Well, I was in a right pickle, wasn't I? Because I was like, what do I do? So I sort of limped it back to the pitch. We get back here, and then Howard was here as well, and he said, just ring him up, treat him like a normal customer. So I rang him up. I was like, oh, hello. I'm like, really sorry, but the cars went, like, the engine management lights come on, the gearbox is juddering. And what was he like? It was like, oh, you must be driving it.
Complete denial of anything like that.
It must be you, the way you're driving it. I drove that to London yesterday and it drove beautiful and all this shit. And I'm like, honestly, I'm not lying. I've just got back from the King's advisor's house. And I'm knackered because I've been up for like, it took me 3 hours to get there, 3 hours to get back. The car's juddering. The gearbox, I think, broke. The engine management light's on. So we think it's the plug's done, it's misfiring.
We'll just put it on code reader.
And when he started up, the fuel pump's making a noise. So when he was going to buy our car, and we asked him about his car, he said, oh yeah, what did he say, James?
He told me on the phone on Friday that the car's equivalent in condition to the one that he's buying. He just wanted one that was newer and less mileage.
Yeah.
So, and he told you the same on Monday when I wasn't here as well, didn't he?
That's it.
Yeah.
So this video, which is all about buyers are liars, I think he's... Oh, I feel bad saying it, you know, because he's like the King's advisor. But he might not be the King's advisor, mightn't he?
Will be if he says he is.
You reckon if he says
It's a lot of effort to go to buy a house next to Sandra.
Right, so I'm going to ring him up now. It'll be really nice. I'm going to try and ask for some money back.
Please don't get done for treason.
I know, I don't want to get, So I'm going to ring him now.
Do you think he's going to get beheaded, Howard?
He could send it to town. Or charge for it.
Used car salesman in treason. Headline, can you see it now?
Car salesman gets beheaded. First time in 400 years.
Didn't sell cars for 100 years ago.
Please leave your message after the tone. To re-record your message, key hash at any time.
It's David from the lovely car company. If you can just give me a bell when you get this. Thank you. So you can tell, how posh does he sound?
It sounds very posh.
He sounds very posh. So we'll just see what happens.
He was probably at the coronation, wasn't he?
Well, I've got
Over
it.
there, yeah.
Did we see in the coronation, like, march that they did from Buckingham Palace to the church, was there a gold Skoda Octavia?
Yeah, lurking. Juddering down the road.
So I'll just wait and see if he rings back. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, hello. I'm the Skoda, your Skoda. I'm really sorry, but the gearbox is broke on it. The gearbox. I've just drove back, and it nearly didn't get me back home. Honestly, it's not. It's I've just. Yeah. Well, the engine management light's come, the EPC light, and then it's juddering. Yeah. And honestly, I don't go faster than 60 miles an hour. I've just got back now. okay, well, yeah, I'll have to, I don't know. I mean, I could bring the car back to you and you can look that. I mean, I haven't just made it up, but we offered you 2,700 based on that the car was all working fine, and yeah. Yeah. It must be just really unlucky on my part then that it's, you know, the engine management light come on, the EPC light come on. Yeah, and then it went in limbo, so I pull it up, turn it off, turn it back on, and I'm not saying that you're lying, please don't think that I am, but I'm just telling you exactly what's happened to me. Yeah. Yeah. No, honestly, I didn't drive it fast at all. The gearbox, you might have missed that because and when you'd done it, you didn't feel every now and again a little jud, right? Because as soon as I got in that car, it judded within the first 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay. All right. Bye. He's like, no, I can't help you. I cannot help you and all this shit. I'm like, he's like, I drove it to London yesterday, it drove perfectly. What the fuck did I do? Did I tell him he's a lie? Like, what'd you do?
He's washing his hands of it, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, bloody hell.
Only thing I can think is, I don't know, do we get it inspected?
There's no point. It's just, I thought, look, I'll speak to him and he'd be like, oh, right, maybe we can sort something out. He's like, no, there's nothing wrong with that car. I don't know how you've been driving it. You must have been driving it terrible. Like, I've just drove the fucking car, haven't I? I've just drove it normal. So...
Well, see if he wants any warranty work done on it.
Yeah, I suppose we won't hear back from him with the warranty work on his, will we?
Thought so,
No.
But I thought we'd ring up and he'd be like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah.
Or, you know, be like a bit amicable with it.
Well, shall we go and have another look?
On the phone he was like, oh, that car's absolutely immaculate. Bloody look at that there.
Yeah.
It's got a scuff there. Look at that under there. Scuff there. Scuff there.
Wheels as well. There's a bit on them. Is that wing mirror on the other side though has got lens cracking in it.
I think he's fell out of it now, so that's it. I won't be getting invited to any royal weddings or anything like that.
No, like I say, that's your OBE out the window. David got OBE.
Look at this! Look at this! Immaculate! Fucking immaculate! The bloody... Oh God, honestly. Oh God. Right, it's time to go home now.
Yeah. You go home and
Cry.
Fucking other side's got a twat on it.
a twat.
Go on, show him that one.
We've got a twat
Go
there.
look at that down there.
We've got a twat there. He would have shit all when it come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking back wiper makes a fucking noise like a 14 noise.
Oh yeah, that was.
That was funny.
Yeah, if you listen to it and you hear it, you might think it's a fuel pump. So if Dave starts it up, first thing we had in mind when we heard this noise.
There you go.
You can hear that. I'll start it again.
Yeah.
So that's the rear windscreen wiper not working.
But to us when we first got in, it's like, oh, that fuel pump sounds noisy because it gets faster when engine starts, then it goes off as if the fuel pump's primed. But then
also,
it is the wiper.
airbag lights come on.
And then an airbag lights come on. So, with all this experience that it drives beautiful and it's in mint condition,
Not even looked it, boo.
it's a fucking, it's a problem car, but he's lied. Buyers are liars, and I couldn't get...
Have you seen spare tyre? That's been used.
Yeah.
So it's had spare on at some point.
Oh God, yeah.
Immaculate it is, though.
Yeah, apparently it's immaculate.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't know if the royal family have a different opinion on what Immaculate looks like.
Well,
I don't know.
exactly.
Yeah, they have
I've
people
heard
to what
Buckingham
else.
Palace is in a bit of like disrepair. You know.
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
they've been asking for money for years, haven't they? Don't worry. I don't think King Charles watches this anyway, unless he's a big fan of.
I hope not.
I love car dealer pro, you know. Got 6 Bentleys. I'm trying to flog myself with a trade going up outside the palace. He's got a good pitch though, if you think about it. I mean, he's got loads of room.
Loads of room.
Yeah.
It'd be an excellent place for storage.
King Charles, world of cars.
Anyway, what to do with it?
I don't know.
We don't know.
Now we're like, what do we do? Do we fix it? The gearbox could be knackered. It's definitely got a misfire. So what we'll do is we'll fix the misfire first.
Could be a common pack, that's simple as.
Yeah, and what I was hoping when I rang that, I was hoping he'd say, "Oh God, I'm so sorry. Like, I'll give you £500 or £1,000 back if it's the gearbox." And he didn't, did he?
No,
He
it's
was
complete
like,
denial straight up.
yeah, complete denial.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he is a liar.
Well, a long way to say it wasn't true.
yeah. Exactly. And the other thing, you know, it's just so a coincidence that as 20 minutes into the journey, all the lights flash up.
If he's been going to London from Norfolk, which is probably, well, 2.5 hours, yeah, into central London as well,
Yeah.
then it's definitely been.
He's full of shit.
It must have done it before, yeah.
He's definitely full of shit.
Yeah, and it is the provenance. We'll probably have to just blank out the numbers on there, but there you go.
Yeah, there.
So out of all of this, we've now got that so we can get free parking in central London, which will be nice. And at all the royal estates.
Well, that's the best one. It's immaculate, dear boy.
Is it a horse guard or something with that?
Yeah.
Not